सरकार की जय, बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मना त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्य त्वमलात्मना चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहा दावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधू जीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृता स्वादनं सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनं नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्गुह्यदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। Dear devotees, प्रिय सज्जनों, भक्त समुदाय, dear devotees of the Supreme Lord, divine souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone. And my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Before we go, we will start today with beautiful pad, page 16 in the booklets you have. I'll go through the pad briefly, so we know the meaning and we'll benefit more. Gaure man sham charan sharanai. O mind, devotee saying, O mind, please take shelter. Sham charan in the lotus feet. Charan, the lotus feet of Sham, Shri Krishna. Why should we take shelter? अंत समय को कामन ऐ है मात पिता सुत भाई. After we leave this world, the moment of death, anta samay, all we consider to be near and dear loved ones in this world we have no help to us. No one can help us. We have to go alone. We come alone and we leave alone. Only whatever devotion that we have done to Sri Krishna, or we have taken shelter in his lotus feet, he will go with us. Antakale chamam eva smaran muktva kalevaram. Shri Krishna says, chapter 8, verse 5, if at the moment of death, Antakali, when the life leaves the body, you remember Shri Krishna, you've taken shelter in him, then you will go to Shri Krishna. There's no doubt about it. Yah prayati smadbhavam nasiyat sanshaya. Kam krodh arlobh moh mad in so kachuna basai. As long as we do not take shelter in the lotus feet of Bhagavan, we do not take shelter in God, we are surrounded by Maya. We've been talking about Maya. And these are the products of Maya: greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. We lose all peace and all happiness. No one can be free from any of the diseases of the mind without taking shelter in the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Maya will go only when Shri Krishna takes Maya away, and that we have to surrender, take shelter at his lotus feet. Yah jagat mrga trishna samadhikat sukha lavaleshan pai. This world is like a mirage. The world is not a mirage. What we are looking for, we're looking for happiness in this world, as I mentioned yesterday, in a house, in motor car, lots of money, children, husband, wife, etc. None of this can give happiness. This is all a mirage. We won't find even the tiniest drop. Sukha lavaleshan pai. Dhanna yavan tana chana bhangur sab jau kapur urijai. We may have lots of wealth. We have youth in the youth. We have strength, all these things. And this makes us very proud. Someone is very strong physically. Iron. Very handsome, very beautiful. We strut when we walk. You have wealth, you become a little Bhagavan. These things, today they're here, tomorrow is gone. Like Kapoor. Kapoor means camphor. If you leave it open, slowly, it flies away. In the same way, we will have these things for a few days and then it just is gone. Why be proud about it? Do not depend on those things. Depend only on Shri Krishna. Bahuri kripalu naratanu pai bigari lehu banai. What to say more? Kripalu Mahaprabhu is saying in the last line of this beautiful pad, this body we have, this naratanu, we don't get it again and again. It's the rarest and most difficult thing to attain. So having it, we should not delay in attaining the ultimate aim of life, to become free from Maya, which is attained only by surrender, taking shelter in the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Sham charan sharanai gahore man. Sham मनसो कछुन बसाई गौरी जग मृग कृष्णा समनीहत सुख लवलेश न पाई गौरी Now try to be alert and be very attentive, please. Last night, we saw, just to recap a little bit, that we all searching for wanting in this world. Every action we perform, no matter how contradictory or opposing it may seem to be, is all for wanting only. Sukh, Anand, being a fraction of happiness, fraction of Bhagwan. Another name for Bhagwan is Anand, bliss, happiness. So our nature to want happiness. From beginningless time we have been searching. And yet we have not even found the tiniest drop of true happiness, even once, even in dream. Tusilasi says in the Ramayana, Doha, Brahma Sukhi Sajjana Sumati. Tusilasi Maharaj says that if we were to taste the tiniest drop, Lavalesh means tiny drop, tiniest drop of happiness, Sukh, even once, even in dream, Barik Sapane, then we are sure to forget the bliss of the formless absolute Brahma. Brahmanand, which is experienced by the Gyanis, then what to speak of the mundane pleasures of this world? From this it is obvious that we have not tasted even the tiniest drop of happiness. As we are still attracted by the commonness of worldly pleasures. And as I mentioned, if we had attained happiness, we will never experience sorrow ever again. Once attained is forever. And the reason we have been looking in the wrong place, in the material world, where it cannot be found, material people, persons, objects, etc. Why? Because of ignorance, agyan. What is the ignorance? Identifying with the body. We've forgotten that we are the soul, Atma, Jeev. And what has made us forget who we are? Maya. So the only thing we have to try to do is to become free from Maya. The whole aim of spirituality, whether it's Gyan, Karam, Yoga, whatever, the whole aim of spirituality is to become free from Maya. Whether you call it mukti, gargalization, Maya se chutkara. And how are we going to become free from Maya? The Vedas tell us, Tameva viritvat mrityumeti nanya pantha vidyate yanaya. Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 3 verse 8. The Vedas say, only by knowing God, Shri Krishna, can the Jivatma, the individual soul, become free from Maya. There is no other way. So we went into how we can find God. We have to know God, how to know God. And as I mentioned, we are told there are many, many parts to knowing God. But, as I showed last night, first to begin, the Vedas, the highest authority in spirituality, the highest authority are the Vedas. These Vedas contains 100,000 mantras. There are three sections. This 100,000 mantras is divided into three sections. Karma Kand, Upasana Kand, Jnana Kand. 80,000 mantras, Karma Kand. Vedic rites and rituals, Varnashram Dharma. 16,000 mantras, Upasana Kand, Bhakti, the path of love in God. And 4,000 mantras, Jnana Kand, the path of knowledge. So three parts, three sections are it. I also told you in detail that we, the individual souls, are governed by the three modes of by Maya, and Maya has three qualities, three gunas. Sattva gun, Rajo gun, Tamo gun. Also, one supreme power, Bhagavan, has three forms. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. 11 canto, first canto, second chapter, 11 verse. Bhagavad Mahapuran. Vedavyas is saying in the Bhagavad, one supreme power, one God, has three forms. Brahma, the formless aspect. Nirgun, Nirvishesh, Nirakar. Paramatma, Mahavishnu, Char Bhuja, 4 arms. And Bhagavan, the personal aspect. Ram, Krishna, etc. So because the Vedas are divided into three sections, the individual souls are governed by three modes of Maya, and Bhagavan has three forms. There are only three paths to knowing God. And this is confirmed in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Yogastraya mayo prokta niyam shreyo vidit sama jnanam karma cha bhaktischa nopayo nyosti kutrachit. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 11 canto, 20th chapter, 6 verse. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is saying to Uddhav. Shri Krishna himself is saying to Uddhav, there are only three paths to knowing him. Gyan, Karma and Bhakti. So tonight we look a little bit at Karma, the path of Varnashram Dharma. Karma, Dharma. This mostly deals with Varnashram Dharma. I told you 80,000 mantras in Vedas belong to Karma Kand. Varna Ashram, Dharma is called. Varna means there are 4 Varna: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. 4 divisions. Labor. Brahmins, the teachers. We could put it simply, Kshatriya, the rulers, those who govern and protect. Vaishya, business, those who do business. And Shudra, those who perform manual labor. So, Varna, 4. And Ashram, 4 stages of life. Brahmacharya, Grihasti, Vanaprasthi, Sannyasi or Sannyas. So every one of these 4 Varnas go through these 4 stages in life. The rules take first a Brahman. What a Brahmacharya Brahman has to do, Grihasti Brahman has to do, Vanaprasthi Brahman has to do, Sannyasi Brahman. Let me just explain briefly. I have explained many times, but again, this is not really understood by people. What is Brahmacharya, Grihasti, Vanaprasthi and Sannyas? What it means to be in the stages of life. Brahmacharya doesn't mean student. Many people loosely translate Brahmacharya to be student. Student, not student. Brahmacharya means celibacy. Bhishma Pitama had taken a vow of Akhanda Brahmacharya. This doesn't mean that he was student all the time, that he will never get married. He'd given a promise. Akhanda Brahmacharya. Hanumanji, Akhanda Brahmachari, etc. Many examples. So Brahmacharya means celibacy. In both action as well as thought, one, there should be no lustful thoughts. Complete celibacy. This ashram is so strict. Put it in today's age. In this Kali Yuga, someone is supposed to live 100 years. Let's suppose, and you're told that you will live 100 years. Till 20. So the child goes to the Gurukul, the ashram of the Guru, and he goes very strict laws govern in the Gurukul. Of control in the senses. Not even to look at the picture of a woman. That lust, these things should not come in the mind. Complete celibacy. This is impossible in Kali Yuga. With all the computer and all this nonsense, little children are doing things they're not supposed to do. It's been filled into them. Brahmacharya. So till 25 years of age, the Guru says, don't even think to have any kind of this thought in the mind. And then at 25 years of age, the Guru now says, go and get married. Grihastashram mein pravesh karo. Enter into Grihastashram, householder's life. Get married, have children, etc. Right? Till 25 years, I can't even think about anything, and now get married. Okay, Guru's Agya, instruction, so he gets married, has children, has house, Muruka, bank balance, field, cattle, all kind of things. At 50 years of age, the Guru comes. Hey, whose house is this? Mine, Guruji. Whose children? Mine. Whose Muruka? Mine. Whose bank balance? Mine. Hey, nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to God. Data Ikram Bhikari Sari Dunya. God is the giver and benefactor of everyone. Everything belongs to Him, and we are all beggars. Leave it, you and the wife, leave everything, the children, the house, the Muruka, the bank balance, everything, and go in the forest. Vanaprast. Ban means forest dwellers. Ban. Vanaprasthi. We can do Grihasti easy. Whole life Grihasti. Vanaprasthi is very difficult. If you didn't do Brahmacharya properly, then Vanaprasthi is impossible. Somebody 50 years of age, now people are getting married 50 years, now getting married. Before, used to get married very early in the 20s, and before that even. Now we want to have everything in the world and then get married. Or maybe a second marriage, a third marriage. Fourth, fifth, sixth. It's the kind of age we live in. And now someone come and tell you, leave all this. Leave the children, leave the Muruka, the house, the bank balance, go in the forest. Say, Bhagwan, you crack. I'll take a gun and shoot you. Anyhow, this is a proper person, dharmic. People claim to be dharma, acharya and all kinds of things. It's all jokery. All kind of acharya we hear, people put in titles of it to themselves. Don't even practice dharma, but you are dharma acharya. The teacher of dharma. Force practice, Vaya. Guru of dharma. So this person is proper dharmic. Okay, he and the wife leaves everything and go in the forest. sustain themselves on fruits and roots and whatever they can get in the trees, etc. Live in the cave. Or maybe build a little grass hut in the forest, like Sri Ram did. At 75 years of age, the Guru comes again. Hey, who is this? My wife. Who is that? My husband. Hey, you're the soul, Atma. Soul does not have husband and wife. You go that way, you go that way. Sannyas. Complete detachment. This can only happen when we did brahmacharya properly and vanaprastha properly. Grihastha, anybody can do it. Marry and have children. It's easy. As I mentioned a few nights ago in Devi Bhagavad Katha, nowadays, 75 years, people are getting married again. They're renewing their vows, all kind of things. Forget about sannyas and vanaprastha. And then we are claiming that we know dharma and we are dharmic. You don't even understand the meaning of the word dharma. What dharma is. This is impossible in Kali Yuga. It's not easy. So, according to these things I told you, then for every varna, what a brahmacharya, Brahmin has to do, brahmacharya, kshatriya, brahmacharya, vaishya, brahmacharya, shudra. Same for grihasti, vanaprasthi, sannyasi. Varnashram, 80,000 mantras. It's very difficult, very strict. Impossible. There's so much rules and regulations in this path called karma, dharma. Performing of Vedic rites and rituals. When we will listen to Devi Bhagavad, if you listen to the katha, and one of the kathas in Devi Bhagavad, we were told there are conditions for performing yajna. 6 conditions we're told in the Devi Bhagavad. This is also written in Bhagavad Mahapurana. Dharma sampadhyate shadbhi radharmastu viparyayaha. 11 canto, 21st chapter, 15th verse, Bhagavad Mahapurana. Same thing Devi Bhagavad, same thing in Bhagavad. This is also in Veda everywhere. There are 6 conditions, 6 laws governing. I told you, in Devi Bhagavad we saw Desh, Kal, Dravya, Mantra, Brahman, Shraddha. This is 6. And just to remind you, just to refresh the memory, Desh, the place, means the place where you're going to perform that yajna. The dhavan, that yajna. Anywhere? No. It was written very clear. Desh Shuddhi. The place has to be pure. Nothing wrong should have been done there ever. This is Kali Yuga here. Where are you going to find such a place? A mandir? Where a mandir was built. How do you know what happened before there? Desh, Kal, the time, the muhurt has to be properly calculated. Very difficult. Dravya, the wealth and material being used in that yajna has to be shuddh, pure. Tasmad yajna shuddh. What does pure wealth mean? Pure material, pure wealth, most important. And I mentioned to you when we were doing the katha, but some of you may not have heard. And a reminder to those of us who heard, let's suppose you're working for the government or anyone, and you're supposed to work for 8 hours in a day, right? 40 hours for the week, 8 hours a day. So you work your 8 hours like you're supposed to. You do not try to steal and take a little sleep and do a little this and a little that. Take more time when you go for your lunch break, etc. No, you honestly do your 8 hours. And now you work the whole week or 2 weeks and you get paid. When you get the pay, how much income tax you're supposed to give the government, you honestly take it out. You don't try to make a little thing here and there and steal a little bit. Honestly, you give how much you're supposed to. From what remains now, you take out 10%. Dashansh. You take out 10% and give in dan, charity. This is a law. We're supposed to. Manusmriti and other scriptures tell us we have to give 10% of our earning. That we owe to Bhagwan. What remains now, if you have done all of that properly, what remains, now you take it and you do yak. That is Shuddha. You acquire it in the wrong way, instead of helping you, it's going to do harm to you. These are all written in the Vedas, etc. Mantra. If there's the slightest mistake in the pronunciation of a swar, not letter, swar. There's a difference between swar and letter, akshar. Akshar or letter means a, I, u. You know the Devanagari alphabet. Ka, kha, ga, gha, etc. That's akshar, letter. Besides that, in Ved, there's something called swar. The voice is intonations of the voice. The voice goes up or down accordingly, and the meaning will go according to how your voice goes. Swar. If there's a tiny mistake in that swar, not letter, swar, the whole meaning changes. Instead of getting benefit, we can get harm. There's an example in Vedas itself. Dushta shabda swarato varnato va mithya prayuktu natham arthamaha savag vajjam yajamanam hinasti yatendra shatu swarato paradhat. Ved. Rakshas wanted to kill Indra, the king of heaven. Indra had performed done really wrong things. Killed his brother actually. So he wanted to kill Indra. So he caught hold of some rishis and munis. This katha is also in Devi Bhagavad and in Vedas. He caught hold of some rishis and munis and forcefully forced them to perform this yagna. In that yagna there was a mantra. Indra Shatur Vivardhasva. The meaning of that mantra, let Indra, the king of heaven, be destroyed. But as I mentioned to you, that Rakshas didn't know Sanskrit. And the rishis and munis were being forced. So they changed the swar, the letters, the akshar, the letters remain the same. The change in the beginning, instead of the voice going up, it went down. Indra Shatur Vivardhasva, Indra Shatur Vivardhasva. Same words. Sound the same? But there was a change in the swar in the beginning. And the whole meaning changed. Let Indra be victorious. And that Rakshas was killed. While dying, the Rakshas said, "Hey Vishnu!" He's the Lord of Yagna. "Hey Vishnu, This is an injustice. ये अन्याय है. You are न्यायाधीश. You are supreme judge. What kind of अन्याय? This is an injustice. I perform a yajna to kill Indra and I am dying. Bhagavan said, Bhaiya, your priests, they made a mistake in the pronunciation. But they should get punishment. No, Jajman. Not a priest, Jajman gets harm. Yajmanam hinasti. Mantra. Brahman. The Brahman has to be completely honest. Completely honest, Kalyug. And have a complete knowledge of the Vedas. अर्थ को जानने वाला. He can solve problems in the Vedas. Number 5. Number 6, Shraddha. The Jajman has complete faith. There's no doubt in the mind. People do things they're not sure, they just think it's somebody tell me do, I'm doing it. Who knows what's going to happen? They're not even sure if there's a Bhagavan. 6. And one is, to fulfill one is so difficult, all 6 has to be complete. Then this yagna will give the result. That's why in Kal Yuga, Kag Basundaji tells Guruji at Kal Yuga, had the great blessing of Bhagavan Shri Ram that he saw uncountable Kalyugs. ये बहुत बड़ी कृपा, भगवान की बहुत बड़ी कृपा है. अनंत कलयुग देखा. He saw uncountable Kalyugs. And he said to Garuji Maharaj, hey Garu, this is a Kalyug. Be careful. This is a Kalyug Mahima. There's a section of Ramayana which is called Kalyug Mahima. People are scared to read. You hardly ever hear this Kalyug Mahima because it shows what we are doing. He's going to show that that's what he's doing and this is what it says Kalyug will happen in Kalyug. In other words, khul jayega. But the reality will come out. Big problem. So that katha, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Kavasundiji says, Ehi kalikal n sadhan duja, jog n jap tap brat makha puja. In the age of Kali Yuga, these things cannot be done. The sadhana is so difficult. Yoga. Yoga, not yoga as we're doing today, that's just a physical exercise. Yoga means something different. Yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. That is yoga. What we call yoga today, and a lot of people are doing, is one limb, is asan. The correct name is yoga asan. Physical exercise, I mentioned before, it's good to keep the body healthy. But it doesn't give you what yoga, you have to do yoga. And the first thing, yam niyam means, in the gist of it, complete control over the mind. Then do asana. Who can control the mind? Yoga and jap, do in the name of God and beat. Tap, austerities. Brat, fasting. Mak, havan. Puja. These things you can't do. Kali Yuga Yoga na Jagya Jnana. Again he's saying, in Kali Yuga, yoga is impossible. I just mentioned what yoga is. Yagya, the 6 conditions, impossible. Jnana, impossible. Kshudasya dhara nishita duratyaya. The Veda says, the path of yoga is so difficult, it's like walking on the sharp edge of a sword. What to do? Ek Aadhar Ram Gunagana. Just chant the name of the Lord. It's all so easy. Because nothing else you can do. So this is so difficult. All the scriptures tell us. And someone says, I can do it. I don't care what the scripture. I am dharmic. I can fulfill all the 6 conditions. Okay, fine. Let's suppose someone can. What do you think? You acquire, when you can fulfill all these 6 conditions, you acquire something called punya. Punya, spiritual merits. What is this punya and how does it help us? We'll hear. Let's do a few lines of bhajan in the books you have. Turn to page 24. So we say chant the name of Bhagwan. It's all we can do. So here this beautiful bhajan says, everyone sing the name of Radharani, sing the name of Shri Krishna, means the same thing. And how long I'm going to sing for? You get tired. You may get tired. So when you become tired, just start meditating. Start meditating on the form of Radharani. While you're doing kirtan, जब कीर्तन करते हैं, in your mind, let's do jap and meditate on the form of Radharani herself. Always do one thing, ek dhyan karo. Before you take the name of Bhagwan, put Bhagwan to stand in front of you. Roop dhyan. Tajo dhyan karau nit radhe milahi begi. And another meditation is that I am going to meet Bhagwan very quickly. I am going to meet Devi, Radharani very quickly. There should be a yearning and a longing for that. Very quickly I am going to meet. Always have exclusiveness when it comes to your devotion, path, Bhagwan, etc. Do not have hateful feeling for anyone. Rao Durban Katahu, do not have negative, hateful feeling. Seeing Bhagwan, Radha Krishna, Radha Rani sitting in the heart of everyone. Don't have hateful feeling. Keep in mind that Radha Rani, Shri Krishna dwells in the heart of all living beings. Gao sab hili mili Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Gao sab when you breathe in, Ram. You breathe out, Hey. You don't have to say it in your mind. Ram, Hey. Oh, Shwas, Shwas, Japura, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Shwas, Shwas, Japura, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Jab thaki jahu tabahu to Radhe. Jab thaki jahu tabahu to Radhe. Oh, Sri Nit Chavi Radhe, 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 Radhe. Sri Nit Chavi So we acquire punya if you can fulfill all those rules and regulations. In Kali Yuga, impossible, but if you can, you acquire punya. Punya means spiritual merits. This punya, what does it do? It takes you to heaven. Swarga. There are many heavenly regions. According to how much punya you have acquired, you will go to that heavenly region and you will stay for that period of time. What is the happiness in heaven? Can we visualize it? Can we understand? Yeah. A very systematic evaluation of all the happiness found in the various heavenly regions that there are many. Mainly you hear about 7. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapaha, Satya. But they have different grades of heavenly beings and heavenly happiness. So very systematic evaluation of this is given in Taittiriya Upanishad, Ved, chapter 2, verse 8. Saisha nandasya mimansa bhavati yuvasya sadhu yuvadhyaka ashishto dadhishto balishto tasyam pitavi sarva vitasya purnasya sa eko manusha ananda teshatam manusha ananda sa eko manusha gandharvanam ananda teshatam manusha gandharvanam ananda sa eko deva gandharvanam ananda teshatam deva gandharvanam ananda स एकः पितॄणां चिरलोकलोकानाम् आनन्दः तेषतं पितॄणां चिरलोकलोकानाम् आनन्दाः स एक आजानजानां देवानाम् आनन्दः तेषतम् आजानजानां देवानाम् आनन्दाः स एकः कर्म देवानाम् आनन्दः तेषतं कर्म देवानाम् आनन्दाः स एको देवानाम् आनन्दः तेषतं देवानाम् आनन्दाः स एक इंद्रस्यानन्दः तेषतम् इंद्रस्यानन्दः स एको बृहस्पतिरानन्दः तेषतं बृहस्पतिरानन्दः स एकः प्रजापतिरानन्दः तेषतं प्रजापतिरानन्दः स एको ब्रह्मन् आनन्दः. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 2 verse 8. Dussibal का 8वें अनुवाक. What is this saying? Very long. I'll try to go in great detail, but understand simply. Supposing there's a young man in the prime of his youth, most strongly built, most healthy, most virtuous, most learned. In Hindi, you have something called Van. So when someone has a lot of anything, the word Van is added. Like someone has a lot of money, very rich, Dhanvan. He's very strong, Balavan. Very wise, Buddhivan. So all the one you can think about, he has all. Now supposing the rule of the entire world is given to such a person, filled with all the wealth and opulences, plus all the subjects are favorable to him. Long ago, there used to be kings and queens ruling countries, not the whole earth. In ancient time, you had people like Ambarish, Dhruv, Prahlad, etc. They ruled the entire universe for thousands and thousands of years. Prahlad ruled for one Manvantar, the age of Manu, one Manu. 306,720,000 years. Prahlad. And that's ancient time. Satyuga. Today we no longer, maybe there's one or two king or queen remaining in a small little country, and there's a king or queen, they have no power as such. We have president, prime minister, not everybody is favorable. But there was such a young man, the whole rule of the entire world, filled with all the wealth and all the opulence, is given to him, and all the subjects. He's the king of the whole world, and all the subjects are favorable to him. He will be considered to be the happiest man in the world. The Vedas are saying the happiness of such a king multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of one man of Gandharva. It's the first class of heavenly happiness. Celestial beings. Gandharva, these are beings that sing and dance. No one in the world can equal. No Lata Mangeshkar, no Mohammed Rafi, no one can. Gandharva. The happiness of one Manav Gandharva multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of one Dev Gandharva, a little bit higher. The happiness of one Dev Gandharva multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of one of the Pitris. There's an abode where the Pitris reside, the ancestors. Pitri means ancestors. So there's a Pitri Lok where the ancestors reside. One of the mains of Pitri Lok. The happiness of one of the Pitris, the ancestors, the mains of Pitri Lok, multiplied hundreds of times, is equal to the happiness of one Ajanaj Dev, one born in heaven as Devta. The happiness of one Ajanaj Dev multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of one Karma Dev. The happiness of one Karma Dev multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of one Devta. Devta, like Vayu, the god of wind. Agni, the god of fire. Kuber, the god of wealth. Devata. The happiness of one Devata multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of Indra. He is the king of heaven. Raja. The happiness of Indra multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of Brihaspati, the guru of the Devatas. The happiness of Brihaspati multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of Prajapati. And the happiness of Prajapati multiplied hundreds of times is equal to the happiness of Brahma, the creator. That's all the heavenly happiness. But there is none. Look, anyone who's gone to school a little bit and done multiplying, we all know that there's no happiness in any person or object in this world. Everybody knows that. Zero. And you keep multiplying by hundreds and how you multiply 0 by 100, what do you get? 0. 0 multiplied by 1,000, 0. By 1,000,000,000, 0. By 1,000,000,000,000, 0. You keep multiplying, you will get 0 still. So there's no happiness there. No matter how many times you multiply. Shri Krishna says in Gita, Brahma bhuvana loka punaravartino jana Mamupetat kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Chapter 8, verse 16, Gita. All these heavenly abodes, the highest one is Brahmalok, Satyalok. It's all in the material world. They're destructible, non-lasting. And only upon attain in me, Shri Krishna, Bhagavan, there's no coming back in this world. That's the true happiness, not in heaven. This is why Bhagavan Shri Ram warns us in the Ramayana. He warns everyone about heaven. Bhagavan is saying to the residents of Ayodhya with his lotus mouth. Bhaiya, listen, he says. Ehitan kara phala vishayana bhai. This human body is so valuable. Devatas are begging and praying for it. Bade bhagya manusha tanu pava. Sur dudlabh. Sur devatas can get it. It wasn't given to you to just come in the world and enjoy sensual pleasures. Enjoy the senses. Vishayana bhai. Nor was it given to go to heaven. Why? Swargahu, swalp. Swalp means non-existent. As I just mentioned, it's only the happiness of this material world multiplied a number of times. No true happiness. And the worst part, anta dukkhadai. It ends in suffering. Dukh. How? Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Tetam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam tai dharmanupapanna gadagatam kam kama labhanti. Chapter 9 verse 21 Gita. When you perform dharma, I mentioned you acquire something called punya. Spiritual merits will determine which heaven you go, how long you will enjoy in heaven. But Shri Krishna says here, as soon as you start enjoying the pleasures of heaven, what happens? Kshine punya. That punya starts destroying. Ksheen, destroying. Nobody will go to heaven and say, I don't want to enjoy. Why you went for? It starts destroying, and then one day it will become zero. And then what will happen? Martelokam Vishanti, will be kicked out of heaven. Remember, karma is destroyed. The Vedas tell us, avidyaya mantare vartamana swayam dhira panditam manyamana janghanyamana paryanti murha andhe naivaniyamana yathandha ishta purtam manyamana varishtham nanyachreyo vedayante pramurha nakasya prishtete sukhtena bhutimam lokam hitanam vavishanti. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, verses 8 and 10. The Vedas is saying the person who strives to go to heaven and want to go to heaven and does things to go to heaven, dharma, etc., is not only an ordinary fool but the greatest fool. Pramudha. The word mood means bevakuf, fool, murk. And in Sanskrit, when you put the prefix pra before it word, it means the greatest fool. You know, many times people die. Recently some people died in COVID. And you look at Facebook anywhere. My father went to heaven and my child went to heaven and this one went to heaven. My mother went to heaven. My mother was the greatest fool. My father was the greatest fool. That's what we're saying. We call ourselves Hindu. We have no idea. We want to go to heaven. Because no one is teaching us properly. Teacher is wrong. The student will be wrong too. What the poor student is going to do? Blind, the Vedas say, Andhe naivaniyamana yathandha. Blind leading the blind. This is why Bhagavan Shri Ram says, Ant dukkhadai, it ends in suffering. Because you're going to be enjoying in heaven as a devta, celestial being. And when your karma is finished, your punya is finished, you'll be thrown out. And karma has become zero. So you have to start all over again. That Ved mantra I told you from Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 10th mantra, it says, Heenataram Bhavishanti. You will lose this valuable human birth. You will be thrown into the womb of dog, cat, donkey, worm. One day you're in heaven enjoying as a devta. Dancing and drinking and enjoying. And next day you're a nice worm in the toilet. Very nice. Such a high position of superiority to one of such inferiority. We don't understand. Everybody reads Ramayana, but we just read story. How much music and how much you can enjoy and dance and oh boy, I enjoy. It was so nice. What did you learn? I didn't learn anything. Forget about what I learned. I had a good time. Just a lot of singing, a lot of jokes. Oh, I laugh so much. Hey, Bhagwan. I really laugh so much. Storytelling. This is what we go for. Who can make the more jokes and who can tell the more stories and who we have the bigger orchestra and sing all the nice movie songs. We want to have enjoyment. Are bhaiya, you can go in the club for those kind of things. Why you go in mandir for that? Mandir, we are supposed to go when you go to this yagna, you're supposed to help you to go closer to Bhagwan. The whole word katha means that which takes you close to God. But when we go, instead of getting katha, see, there are two kinds of katha. People don't like when I say this, but there are two kinds of katha. One is gram katha and one is ram katha. Ram katha, with that which takes us closer to Bhagwan, to Ram, to the Devi, the philosophy, divine philosophy. And gram katha, lot of enjoyment, people business, all kind of Nancy story, which takes us further away from God. Be careful. We love to hear. You see, the condition of the mind, how your mind is, that what you're going to enjoy. If the mind is very worldly, very lustful, very materialistic, we will enjoy the lustful and the story and the Nancy story and the foolishness. And we will hate to hear philosophy. Oh, he's talking philosophy. Oh God, my God, we're like bouncing my head against a brick wall. We get bored, we can't take it. They're going to have lecture. Oh my God. So that dirty, bad mind, lustful mind enjoys the Nancy story, the gossips, talking people's business, foolishness. But the clean mind, the purity, the mind that has bhakti in there, loves and enjoys the divine philosophy. Wants to hear more and more. So that's all Karam will give. Karam Dharma. It cannot give anything more than that. So Karam cannot give us Bhagwan. So what does Sri Krishna say that this is one of the paths? It's the path. We have to add something to it. Karma alone will give us Swarga, heaven, which is destructible. We have been to heaven uncountable times. We have to come back right here and rotate in the 8.4 million forms of life. Suffer. Uncountable times. The aim is not heaven. The aim is to go to Bhagwan, Bhagavad Prapti, God realization. Then we never come back here and rotate in the 8.4 million form species. So what do we add? We have to add bhakti. When we add bhakti to karma, it becomes karma yoga. This is a teaching of Gita. One verse in the Gita, one verse. The whole teaching of the Gita. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhya cha. One line of one verse. Chapter 8, verse 7, Gita. Shri Krishna says, Arjun, tasmat sarveshu, at all place, kaleshu, at all times, mamanusmara, remember Bhagwan, keep Bhagwan in your mind, attach your heart to Bhagwan, that is bhakti. And yudhya cha, your kshatri. Remember I mentioned Varanashram Dharma. So your kshatri, your duty is to fight the war, perform your duty, do your dharma. Karma. So that is the karma aspect. So karma plus bhakti. So because we are doing bhakti in the mind, and the mind is what Bhagwan notes, not the physical action.
You can do all the jap, you can charawe all the milk and all the prasad. But if the mind is not there, it's zero. Bhagwan knows where the mind is. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho Brahma Bindu Upanishad, second mantra. The Vedas say the mind alone, man ev means alone, is the cause of bondage as well as liberation. The mind is the performer. God knows our thoughts and ideas, not the physical action. This is where we make the mistake. I have so much prasad, I am doing all this job every day, I'm doing all this physical. People are doing job. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hey, how much for this thing? What is your name? Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And one fella is sleeping. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Physical drill. Mind. If you do one name of Bhagwan in the right way, ek ghari adho puni me adh. Are the saints lying to us? You take God's name once, you will attain everything? No, there's a right way and there's a wrong way. You don't have to take a million. One. This is what Shivji told Parvati. There's one name. So do we understand? No, we don't. The right way to take it. The right way. As I was singing the bhajan, before you take Bhagwan name, put Bhagwan to stand there. You're saying Radhe, put Radharani, put the Devi to stand. You're saying Krishna, put Shri Krishna to stand. You're singing to Shiv, put Shiv to stand. Put Durga to stand. You were just taking the name like a parrot. And thinking about, oh God, I don't know, I'm getting late. Oh, I parked my Muruka over there. I hope nobody interfered with it. Oh, I may have left the door open in the house. Hey, Bhagwan. Mind is in the world. When you do bhakti, where the mind is attached, bhakti is to that thing or object. If our mind is attached to God at that time, we're doing bhakti for Bhagwan. If it's attached to the world, we're doing bhakti for the world. Simple. So, karma, yudhacha, kshatri. So perform do your duty in the world. Do everything. But attach your mind, your heart to Bhagwan. Maya pitamano buddhir mame vaivasya sanshayam. Second line of the same verse. Shri Krishna says, Arjun, if your mind and intellect is attached to me at all times like that, you will certainly come to me. There's no doubt about that. So because God knows where the mind is, you can do everything wrong physically. All the karma, all the dharma is wrong. It's impossible to do it correct anyhow in Kali. Everything is wrong. But your mind is on Bhagwan. And you get the fruit of where the mind is, you will get Bhagwan. You will not get the fruit of all the wrong what the physical sense organ is doing. Bhagwan does not. He knows where the mind is. Very clear. Ved is saying you want to challenge, then challenge the Ved. I told you. Brahma Bindu Upanishad, second month. And many places. This is one place I'm just mentioning. Many Upanishads. Katyayani Upanishad, many Upanishads. So karma alone will give us Swarga, heaven, which is destructible. We have gone uncountable time. But if we add bhakti, which is the teaching of the Gita, we will attain God realization. So that is the path of karma. We will hear more tomorrow. So right now at this time, we will go into Bhog. While the Bhog is coming, we'll chant a little bit. Let's all chant the divine name. This is what we have to do in this age of Kali Yuga. But remember, Dhyana Sahit, Jap Yap kirtan, whether you're doing jap or you're doing kirtan, chanting loudly, dhyana sahit, meditate. Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, 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 oh Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, mere Govind Radhe, mere Govind Radhe, jai jai Govind Radhe, jai Govind Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, 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 oh 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 Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, mere Govind Radhe, mere Govind Radhe, baju Govind Radhe, baju Govind Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe. In the books you have, turn to page 12. There's the bhog. I explained the bhog yesterday. We make offering to Bhagwan. Remember, most important is love. Bhagwan will take anything we offer, provided we give it with love. Most important. अपना और तरसाओ रसिया, आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया, यद्यपि यह सच नहीं भूख प्यास लागती रसिया, भूख प्यास लागती रसिया, लड़की भाव सूरज छछिया लगे, चोरी करत दियो रसिया, ओ अपना और तरसाओ रसिया, आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया, भाव भरा पीले का छिलका, विदुरानी घर खायो रसिया, ओ विदुरानी घर खायो रसिया, In the same books you have in the beginning is Aarti of Shri Radha Krishna and Guru. Everyone come up and do Aarti for Radha Krishna for Guru. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jayati Jagat Guru Guru Var ki. Gao mili aarti rasik bhar ki. Gao mili aarti rasik bhar ki. Guru pad nakhman chandrika prakash. जाके उर बसे ताके मोह तम नाश जाके मात नाथ तब हाथ करे वास ताके होए माया मोह सब ही निराश भावे गति राधा बन की गाओ नीले आरती रसिक भरे गाओ गाओ नीले आरती रसिक भरे श्री राधा कृष्ण आरती आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी रखवारी आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी रखवारी दून सिर कनक मुकुट झलक दून शुद्धि कुंडल धल हलक दून देव प्रेम एक जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्यामा श्याम धाम की जय। जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय